You certainly do not see this every day. Good afternoon guys, and welcome to this afternoon's vlog. If you've been watching earlier, this is the second vlog of today. We've just come from the Dead House Farm, as we like to call it. I'm here with Adventures of Paul again, and we have come across probably the spookiest location in all of Northamptonshire, to be honest with you. This place goes by the name of Jeepers Creepers. It's been on like the bucket list for a long while because you've got the dilapidated old house in the background. You've got a jungle basically full of a car graveyard, so it should be interesting. We've been ripped to pieces coming through the foliage to get to here, sweating buckets. It's a very hot day, luckily enough, with all the rains that passed we've had recently. But anyway guys, let's go and do this. This is an old Land Rover Defender here. Looks like a Escort or Ford Orion estate. We're going to pretty much make our way through, get to the house, and then maybe have a look around some of the vehicles afterwards. That is either an old Jag stroke Daimler. I know you'd be able to tell, but you can't with these because the wheels have been changed. These are hubcaps on a Daimler's got a D on it, I think. Let's have a look. Steering bit's missing as well, so hard to tell. I say it's a Jag. I think a bit of WD-40 and a bit of fuel, it might be fine. What looks to be maybe an old Sherpa van swallowed by the woods. Look at it, it's just moss completely enveloped it. In a couple of years time they'll start getting holes in it, I guess, and then the trees will rip it apart. This place is really freaky. The Jeepers Creepers house. Let's go and have a look guys. Okay guys, in we go. It's already got creepy vibes because it's casting shadows as you walk towards it. Wow, this is spooky as heck. I know a few guys that have been in here. So what was the place? Was it did the guy actually have a breaker's yard, or was it a scrap yard and he had the house attached to it? Or I don't know, it's weird the way that the curtains move with the windows. With a little bit of breeze just adds to the fear side of it. Not genuinely worried, but you always know it's the unknown. Wow, this obviously was a patio area. At one point probably would have given a half decent view. So how long has this place been abandoned for it to be like this? And that's seriously overgrown. That must be a couple of decades worth at least. There are a few windows that are unbroken if you look at the top. Old style latches. The rest of it has got them shards sticking out. Old thermostats. I'm guessing you're looking at saws and open parts here. Someone's come in and stripped the copper out. I guess that's common cause nowadays. Hope you're enjoying it guys. Kind of creepy, but yet quite cool. Don't really know what else to say about it at the moment. Also got that slightly terrifying feel to it as well. There's a carsy. Into another room, old fireplace. Wow, someone started a fire here at some point. Doesn't help, does it? Why do that? It just doesn't make sense. Old fireplace, very late 60s, 70s styling. Guessing there would have been a radiator there. Pipes ripped up out of here as well. There you go, see, that's what they're after. They come along. If these would have been copper, they would have been gone, but because they're steel, they've left them here, and that's what they do. They come into a place, leave a vehicle outside and strip it bare, and then it starts to get weaker and weaker and it falls apart. That would have been your front door, I'd imagine. And now it's time to venture upstairs. Okay, let's venture upstairs. Pool's already up there. So if the creature's here, it can attack him first. Old vanity room. That's your old panini stickers there on the door. Actually, no, there might be ones you get free out of the Sun newspaper. They just seem to have been stuck on places. Why would there be a cooker on the first floor? Yeah, you know what? Our people have turned around and said that. I think this has got severe evidence that people have come in here and desperate needs, slept rough. That's the appearance you get anyway. Certainly the feel of it from this room here. You can see more modern toiletries. I would imagine because next door you've got, that's weird, why was someone right on that? It's probably kids that have come at a later date. I would imagine you've had some people here, they've stayed, they've slept rough for a period of time, and then with the new businesses being built adjacent to this now, there's a couple of what looks like warehouse spaces, one slightly smaller one really large one behind that in the process of being built, that basically I believe it probably disturbed these people who were probably just staying out of the way, and they've moved on. Shame what society's come to be honest with you. Say this place probably had an attic as well. Again, signs that people probably slept rough. Really weird. Why would anyone want to sleep rough in a place like this? I know people get desperate. That's what makes me think it's more, you're seriously forgotten about people, you're down and outs, maybe immigrants even. They would stay out of the way here for sure. But it's got some spooky vibes to it. There's not much to the house, to be honest with you. I think I've seen much better houses for the sort of thing that we look at. We like the serious decay. It's got a bit of decay, but it's more ramshackled and just basically destroyed. I'm surprised that the mirror there isn't broken. Bet back in the day that was worth a few bob. You can see clearly again that the house has had it, the roof is gone, rotten as a pear. And if you can hear that noise out there, that's the couple of warehouses that are being built adjacent to it. Eventually, whoever moves in there is going to be fed up with whatever is going on here. And it's going to be a big operation for sure, but they're going to clear this area out. So while we had the chance, we come here and done it. Right, let's make our way out and go and have a look at some of the more destructive cars. Said as houses go, it's been okay. It's been an explore to add on top of what we've already seen. I'm guessing, looking at these, that whoever got in here found a way of rewiring the system to give themselves power. I'm only surmising that, might be totally wrong, but it just makes sense the way that it comes across, the way that all these lights are stripped out. Power cords, that's all to do with getting out your piping as well. So anyway guys, that is the house of the location that is Jeepers Creepers. We shall go and see what remains of some of these vehicles outside, because it really is a jungle out here. Everything is everywhere. Be surprised how big the land is actually here. That's where we've been round the front there. That's the road adjacent to us. And generators, old cement mixer. So I don't know, it just gives off different vibes of what the guy could have been doing. Was he a scrapper? Car breaker? Just someone who happened to live in the property? Oh, he's just saying, I've just seen down to me left here. Anyone remembers when they used to have a pull-out stereo? Back in the day, that's what you had to do. Sometimes the face would come off, other times you had to take the whole set out with you and walk out wherever he was going, if he's going into a bar, a club, etc. Because then days it wasn't frowned on so much. You obviously didn't do drink driving, but you would take that with you wherever you would go. Right, let's make our way forward. Deceptive again, I'd say, looking at the door handles, the inside, possibly a Rover. Yeah, silly arse, look, right in front of you, Rover. It's sort of one of your classic old police cars from your late 70s into your 80s. Now, that's the back of the Escort estate. That is possibly a Princess. It's too square at the back to be an all aggro. Trust me guys, I grew up with the 70s and 80s, and my parents had some right humdingers of crap cars. So you're talking the likes of your Morris Ital, your Austin All Aggro, Austin Princess, rust buckets. Everywhere you turn, you find another vehicle. Don't know whether you can hear the chainsaw noises, guys, but it's just added to the ambience of the place. Some form of rear axle over here. And what we got round here, to be honest with you, you're pretty much second guessing what the vehicles are. That could be Ford, that could be General Motors, Vauxhall, Opel. That's certainly an old bike, that's for sure. Look at that. AP, it'll take you a while to sort that one out, mate. And here we have, is that a Jag? Let's get a closer look. I'm saying Jag. It's got them creamy seats. It would have been a, would it have been a fold-back roof? Looks like it, possibly. Soft top. Hard to say. Maybe one of them roll-back ones. We had one that was like that. And there's your front grille. So if any of you guys know, leave something in the comments. I'm saying Jag. As I said, it's the wheels. Usually the wheel trims, if they had a D on it, it'd be a Daimler. I could be totally wrong. Don't think I am, but there you go. That is a something. That's what we're going to go from now on. Obviously I'd say that is a, is that a tranny van? or a Bedford. Couple of flatbeds, lorries, pull in the distance over there. But that's 70 spec, that is the white one, whatever it was. Can't really tell from that. This is like a Luton type van, panelled van, full of junk. Yeah, this guy must have had a breaker's yard. Hubcaps everywhere. Either that one was just a collector, a hoarder. This old outbuilding, like an office. Not going too far in here, guys, because obviously the roof has collapsed totally. But that with the drawers there, that turns around and says that this might have been some sort of breaker's yard, and this was an office area. Can only surmise that. People who live in the area might have a better idea of the history. We can only just second guess it. Appear to be getting closer to the lunatic with a chainsaw. It just adds to the ambience of where we are, to be honest with you guys. Maybe that's why they call it Jeepers Creepers, because there's some psychopath running around in the local area. That cylinder's on the floor, that'll go bang at some point. Wow, old cab. Seen better days as well. Old London taxi. Wow. Express. So I wonder if someone had it as a private one at one point. Wow, look, there's an old tape player in it. See what I mean? Look at that. Old school. Some of these things are really beautiful, even more so that they've become old, infested with spider webs. Bet there's been some going ons in the back of that in the past. Would I recommend coming here? Certainly at this moment in time, while it still exists, take your opportunity to get in here. As I said, some point with what's going on in the distance behind us, the structures, if I come this way I'll show you, pan out over the top there, as soon as they've been fully built, you can imagine that they're not going to want this on their premises, so this will be cleared out. It ain't going to happen overnight, but slowly and surely all this will be lost. So I'm kind of making a memory now. Yet another bike frame. That's a racer, say 80s. Exhaust, tyres, wheels, all sorts of things. Okay, yeah, I know what you're saying now. Urban Rock, when he was in here, he was turning around and saying that might have been a Vauxhall Chevette. Could be a Mark 1 Cavalier. Certainly got the look of it as if it's a an Opel or a Vauxhall. But that, you're just second guessing. See them doors, the old handles are very 70s, 80s. I'll be totally honest with you guys, I'm not even going to attempt to get through this thicket area to those. They are complete rust buckets. I'd imagine one of them's another cab, and I can't make them out. They're just so disintegrated. Look at, I mean, look at the door. No such thing as galvanised steel back in the day, and they are just rotten as a pair. Well guys, that has been an experience and a half. Not to only do what we done this morning, which was the dead house farm, but then to come here, which was I was umming and ahhing, was going to do it this week, but we was going to come here on a day, but we just decided to come here on the off chance. We got in. There are 2, perhaps 3 ways of getting into this place. You don't have to climb the fence. There is a gap in the fence now, or there's an opening further along in the field. This is known as Jeepers Creepers. I'm Rob with Scooby and Scooby. That is Adventures of Paul. We have had an absolutely epic adventure. This place, I don't know what to make of it. As Paul said, it's just totally crazy. It's off the charts with what's here. Everywhere you turn and look, there is something else that you just did not expect. The creepiness of the place, the sound of the chainsaws in the distance, it really is really insane. Anyway, with that, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate your views, both myself and Paul on his channel. Give him a like for sure, possibly give me a like and subscribe if you want to, it's your choice. And with that, I will see you in the movies. Take it easy. Bye for now.
Bye for now. Bye for now.